2 and 2 what it do. Angry Black Man Media Squad, it's your main man, Chief Sock G. And y'all grooving to the sounds of that boy Malakwa on the beat, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Salute to y'all, Angry Black Man Media Squad. We back live, man, with the Angry Hour. I'm about to say the goddamn happy hour. It's the Angry Hour, man. What's going on with you, Anthony Murphy, man? Tapping in with me in the chat, man. It's the Angry Hour, y'all. Once a day, 60 minutes a day. We go live with the Angry Hour to discuss and talk about what it is that's going on out there in society, out there in the earth today that's got us vexed, that's got us angry. Angry Black Man Media is the platform for the voice of the oppressed, the voice of the wise that see what's going on and taking place amongst our people. And like Ecclesiastes 7:7 says, surely oppression make a wise man mad. So no longer are we going to suffer in silence. No longer are we going to be angry and frustrated and let our vexations be heard. But with this platform, at least 60 minutes a day, we're going to take some time out, talk about the things that's going on that's need to be addressed with our people. Coming to y'all tonight, man, I want to talk about Brett Favre and his dealings with the Mississippi government, stealing money from poor people and down here in the South. We're going to talk about Nia Long and Ime Udoka. And we're going to talk about the media propagated battle of the sexes that's been taking place, man. There's a very, very serious issue in the black community pertaining to the lack of perspective that black men and black women have towards one another. I look on social media, I turn on the TV and listen to the radio, and I hear a whole lot of disrespect from black men going towards black women, and I hear a lot of disrespect from black women going towards black men. And it needs to be addressed, the reason why our issues with one another, or why the conversations about our issues with one another takes place live on social media for the whole world to digest, while the issues between, Caucasian women and Caucasian men isn't battled out over the internet. The reason the issues between Asian men and Asian women isn't battled out over the internet. The issue between Muslim women and Muslim men isn't battled out over the internet. The reason why our dirty laundry is aired, there's a reason for it, and we're going to discuss that tonight on the show. But the first thing I want to do is talk about this Brett Favre situation. We as black people we have got to stop allowing our oppressor to escape scrutiny and criticism when it comes to the obvious signs of white privilege and oppression amongst our people that's taking place in this earth. You know what I'm saying? And we angry at the mainstream media, and we talk about how that there's a disparity between how issues amongst black people get dealt with versus issues of our oppressors get dealt with. But we're largely responsible for for the light not being shed on some of these more serious issues. So if you don't know, in the former NFL quarterback Brett Favre, who played for the Green Bay Packers, played for the Minnesota Vikings, played for the New York Jets, very famous NFL quarterback, held a whole lot of records before Peyton Manning broke them. Recently, it came out in a news article down there in Mississippi that he had received $5 million in welfare funds that was approved by the governor of Mississippi and was given to him by the Department of Human Services in Mississippi for him to take that $5 million and use it to build a volleyball stadium for for Southern Mississippi University, or the University of Southern Miss, where his daughter plays volleyball. And when this news story came out, he wasn't hearing about it on ESPN, didn't hear about it on CNN, didn't hear about it on MSNBC, didn't hear about it on Fox News Channel. This is one of those stories that got swept under the rug. You know what I'm saying? And $5 million in welfare services that's supposed to go to help and aid and benefit poor people in the South, for those funds to be misappropriated and be given to a former NFL quarterback to build a stadium for a volleyball team at Southern Mississippi University, it's preposterous. But there's a reason why ESPN didn't have to report on it. There's a reason why CNBC and NBC and MSNBC ain't talking about it, and that's because the people in the South who those funds are supposed to be going to, the poor people who are hungry, who are starving. Right now in Jackson, Mississippi, You understand? The people don't have clean water. Why? Because the government has not taken the resources that it has and invested in cleaning the water or cleaning the sewer systems and updating the pipes for the people that's down there. The state of Mississippi doesn't have money to provide clean water to the people in Jackson, but they have $5 million to give to Brett Favre to build a volleyball stadium for his daughter's team. Now, Brett Favre was in the NFL for 17, 18 years. Brett Favre made over 50, 60, 70 million dollars in his career. He couldn't take his own money and go build a goddamn volleyball court for his daughter's college team. Because he's famous and he's rich and he's from Mississippi, the governor was head over heels to give him this money to go build that volleyball stadium just so he could be able to rub shoulders and say, you know, Brett Favre is my friend. I remember Michael Vick got caught. Michael Vick didn't even get caught fighting dogs. There was a dog fight at Michael Vick's house while he was out of town. They locked up the people who was having a dog fight, and the people having a dog fight said, this is Michael Vick's house. And on the news every day for weeks was stories and videos and interviews and polls about how evil Michael Vick was because of this dog fighting. Why is it that when it's a black man that does something, it's national news and it's a tragedy, and this guy shouldn't be able to work, shouldn't be able to have a job, and they're questioning, you know, his ability to be a free person on the earth. But when Brett Favre does it, nobody says nothing about it. Nobody speaks up about it. I want to give a shout out to Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe is on the Undisputed show on Fox Sports Network with Skip Bayless. You understand? And Shannon Sharpe is the only one that I know of the black media that called for, you know, Brett Favre to be locked up. Called for Brett Favre to be brought up on charges and arrested because of the crimes that he committed against the poor people of Mississippi. And Shannon Sharpe is one of those brothers that has been very vocal on many different issues that have come out concerning our people and concerning race. Like, he's one of them brothers that's not afraid to say the quiet part out loud, which is a phrase I hate. That's one of those corporate phrases where you say the quiet part out loud. But Shannon Sharpe is one of them cats. He's going to say the quiet part out loud. There is rampant racism and inequality that's taking place in many different levels of this system that we live in. But if you're someone who's rich and has money and you don't have any compassion or any empathy in your heart for the poor people, to not take money directly out of their mouths and to put it towards some goddamn volleyball stadium, you're a special kind of disgusting, evil bastard. And that's what Brett Favre is. Also, let me go ahead and see who's the governor of Mississippi. I'm going to get these people's names. Governor of Mississippi. The governor of Mississippi is Tate Reeves. Tate Reeves is the one that's responsible for giving this money to Brett Favre, goddamn Republican governor of Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Phil Bryant is the official in the government that made sure that he's the head of the Department of Human Services, I believe, in Mississippi. You understand? Phil Bryant, he's the former governor, but he's the head of the Department of Human Services, I believe. He was the one that was responsible for brokering the deal for Brett Favre. They got text messages between Brett Favre and Phil Bryant where Brett Favre is trying to make sure that he getting this money for this volleyball stadium, but it's not going to come back on him, you know what I'm saying, to get to be in trouble for stealing that money. Sister Tamara McIntyre said the Mississippi government is trash, Brett Favre is trash, and this isn't the first time they did some slimy shit. This is the money stolen from the underprivileged. You right, sis. You damn right. Again, right now in Jackson, Mississippi, the people don't have clean water in many parts of that city. So the government don't have money to put towards the infrastructure and fixing the pipes and fixing the plumbing to make sure that people got running water. But they got $5 million to give Brett Favre to build a goddamn volleyball stadium. I mean, just think about that. Think about $5 million to build a volleyball stadium in Mississippi for some girls to play volleyball while there's people who don't have running water. But there's no institutional racism in this country. There's no inequality when it comes to the way that black people are treated versus how our oppressors treated in this place. The way that the story came out, the woman who broke the story was doing an in-depth research into the welfare system in Mississippi, because she was finding that in the healthcare field, where black people or poor people I'm gonna keep it funky. There's a lot of poor white people in Mississippi too. It's poor black people and it's poor white people in Mississippi. But this woman was doing a study about the healthcare system down there in Mississippi, and how it's so many black people that's suffering from curable diseases. And she wanted to know why these people with all of these health conditions and suffering with all of these illnesses that easily can be addressed. And she started to study and found out her findings showed that it was because of poverty. And poverty was the reason why so many black people in Mississippi were dying from curable illnesses. When I say curable illnesses, I'm talking about the common cold, I'm talking about pneumonia, I'm talking about, the ramifications of not addressing high blood pressure and diabetes and gout and a lot of these diseases that come from poor diet, that come from, lack of exercise, that come from, overconsumption of alcohol or different drugs. And she was like, damn, why is it that Mississippi is number one in people dying from these things that can easily be fixed? And she started to find out that the people who were dying in Mississippi, the black people who were suffering with these medical conditions, was due to them living in poverty. And as she's studying these people who living in poverty, she's like, well, where's the welfare system to help these people? You got elderly people who don't, they living on a fixed income. They may be retired, or they may be on disability, but they can't pay for their medications. They can't pay for this. They can't pay for that. So this lady was trying to find out, man, what's going on? And as she's going to study the welfare system down there, healthcare system down there in Mississippi, she's finding that funds who these people are supposed to be receiving through Medicaid and Medicare and these other government-assisted programs were not getting the money. So she's like, well, she trying to find out who the hell is getting all the money. And in her study, doing requests for information acts, and here's the thing. We as black people have got to learn how to get this information. This reporter was able to do some requests for information acts, file some requests for information acts, right? These are documents that you submit to your local government that they must acknowledge. They must adhere to them. It's damn near like you giving the government a subpoena, meaning you got to come up with these documents or else. You got to answer this request or else. And through these requests for information acts, she was able to get all of the financial records from the Department of Human Services and see the receipts of where the money that the federal government was giving to the state of Mississippi was going. And in her looking through these filings, she was able to find that there was $5 million allocated for a project in this particular part of Mississippi. And she's like, well, where's this $5 million coming from? As she go and search the records and she's searching the people that's on the project, she comes across the name of Brett Favre, Phil Bryant, and sees that Brett Favre was allocated $5 million out of the state's welfare fund. And when she goes to start doing the digging and the research on this $5 million and what the presentation was and who the team was behind it, she came up with the names of Brett Favre and Phil Bryant and Tate Reeves. And then she found out that the $5 million was for a stadium, to build a volleyball stadium for the girls volleyball team at the University of Southern Mississippi, where Brett Favre's daughter goes to college. And then you want to know why we suffering in this place. You want to know why, we at the bottom. You want to know why we're screaming of inequality. You want to know why we're rebelling against the poverty. You want to know why we're selling drugs and we're killing each other and we do anything just to have nice things. We'll get rich or die trying. We only live once. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna all of the cultural ramifications of being a people who are clearly forgotten and undesired in this place. This is where it stems from. So why isn't the black media talking about it? You know what I'm saying? We get up in arms about abortion. Get up in arms about, a woman's right to choose. Get up in arms about the Me Too movement. Y'all were up in arms about Black Lives Matter. Where are all these people when Brett Favre is stealing $5 million from the poor people of Mississippi? Where's all the talking heads on your major media outlets? Where's your Al Sharptons? Where's your Jesse Jacksons? Who the new niggas? I don't even know these new niggas' names. Who the new niggas that's supposed to be standing for black people? Who the new names on the TV that's supposed to be speaking out about the evil that's happening to our people? Where them niggas at? While Brett Favre is stealing $15 million from Mississippi. Everybody focusing on Trump and Mar-a-Lago, all of these distractions. You understand? But we got to be vigilant and we got to be disciplined and we got to be focused on bringing out the truth about these devils and about making sure that everybody on the earth sees what we've been saying since 1969. And we've been saying, hell, since forever. That these people are evil, they are murderers, they are cruel, they are disgusting, and they don't care about poor people. And how can you be black in this country and not care about the poor people? How could you see the suffering and the poverty and the degradation that your people are living in these inner city communities and in these country communities, apparently, and not have a voice to say something about it? It's not going to cost you nothing to speak about Brett Favre and to speak about the Mississippi government and to speak about the funds being stolen from our people. Or maybe it will cost you something, but goddamn, have a backbone, man. Where's your heart at? Salute to Shannon Sharp, man, because he got a heart. Shannon Sharp, like I said, spoke very vocally about this situation and was calling for Brett Favre to go to prison. And that's what we need to be calling for. Lock him up, throw him in jail, treat him like the criminal that he is. You know what I'm saying? Because this is just preposterous, man. No water for the people of Jackson, Mississippi, but you got money to give Brett Favre so that he can build a goddamn baseball stadium. It's disgusting. And I blame those who are supposed to be the leaders of black people for not speaking out about this stuff. But those of us here, we got to be the voice of black people. We got to be the leaders, because the ones who are supposed to be doing the job is not doing it. And it's okay. They cannot do the job if they want to. They don't have to do the job. We'll do the job. But just know that doing the job requires standing up and saying what is right. You understand? Shannon Sharp called Brett Favre a sleazeball. Called him a sleazeball. You understand? For getting caught up for doing this evil, man. Getting caught up in the scandal. It says Shannon Sharp slams sleazeball Brett Favre amid $1.1 million welfare fund scandal, and insists a black player in his position would not have been inducted to the Hall of Fame. You have to be a sorry mofo to steal from the undeserved. I couldn't have said it better myself, man. Salute to Shannon Sharp again. Black people, we have got to be the ones to point these devils out and to scream bloody murder whenever they get caught doing the things that we know that they've been doing. You understand? And do not let the mainstream media allow them to skate by. We have enough power. We have enough voice in this place. We've seen it. So now we got to use that power. We got to use that voice wisely. And listen, situations like this is what lets me know that Black Lives Matter was not a black funded or black organized movement. Situations and circumstances like this lets me know that whole Me Too thing was not a black organized or black funded movement. You understand? The organization and the funding that it takes to get the mainstream media to focus in on a subject or to focus in on a topic is astronomical. To have the whole entire media focusing in on a subject or on a topic at one time is not something that is easy to accomplish. And to get it accomplished is damn near a miracle. You understand? Or it's just the oppressor funding what it is that he wants to see change in the country, or funding what it is, the propaganda that he wants to captivate the minds of the people. But we don't have that power. We don't have those resources. We don't have that funding. So guess what we got to do? We got to use our voice. We got to speak loudly about the evil and the cruelty of these people so that the earth can see that this is who the devil is, that this is who the deceiver is, this is who the cruel man on the earth is. Hey, man, salute to the Walker Bar. What's going on with you, Ock? You know what I'm saying? The Walker Bar, you got to tap in with me, man. You supposed to be here with me, man, on the Angry Hour, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother at the Walker Bar, California, man. Salute to that brother. Y'all go check out Black Authentic Truth, man. Black Authentic Truth on YouTube and on Facebook, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That brother putting it down, man. But again, here on the Angry Hour, we're gonna speak about the things that's causing conflict amongst our people. We're gonna speak about the evil that's being done to black people in this place. Somebody got to stand up and be the voice. If won't nobody else do it, then we'll do it. Listen, I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm going to do this show every day, and I'm going to talk about the evil that's going on, and I'm going to talk about the cruelty of this oppressor. You understand? And I'm not going to let them slide one bit. Hell, I'm going to talk about the evil amongst our people as well. I'm going to talk about the cruelty that we doing amongst ourselves. Why? Because somebody got to be the voice of what's right and what's wrong. Somebody got to be the one to point at injustice and say, listen, man, this ain't right. This is what we need to do. There's a whole lot of people that got voices right now, but they not saying shit with that voice. They got voices, but they don't have no wisdom, no solutions to speak to our people. And that's what we about over here. You understand? In the ISUPK, since 1969, we not only speaking about the issues and the problems, but we're offering solutions. The problem is a lot of y'all don't want the solutions. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my brother Tazar, y'all Captain Tazar, y'all can Captain Katazar, and Officer Shapat, man. Them brothers, like I said, opened up the airways on that Clubhouse. And I've been in on them Clubhouse conversations, and a lot of times black people just want to argue and complain, but they don't want nobody to tell them what needs to be done. We love addressing a problem and love talking about what's wrong with a situation and love talking about how the situation got that way and the trauma. We love the trauma bond. We all love to talk about situations and circumstances that's been troubling and that we faced and that was difficult to deal with. But when somebody comes and says, yeah, man, that was sad what happened, but you know what? Here's how you avoid it. Yeah, that's sad what's happened, but you know what? Here's how you overcome it. Here's how you grow past it. Here's how you make sure it never happens again. A lot of the conversations stop when you get to that point because it's easy to talk about trauma. It's easy to talk about the sad. When I say easy, meaning it ain't easy to talk about trauma. It's not easy to talk about what happened to you, but it's the easiest part of the process of dealing with something. The easiest part of any conflict or any issue or any turmoil is to say what it is, say what happened. But once we talk about what happened, and once we talk about what the situation is, the next step, which is the hardest one, is how do we fix it? What is the solution? How do we stop it from happening again? And that's where culturally we as a people, that's where our oppressors stopped teaching us. The oppressor has been quick to tell us, yeah, man, go get some therapy. Go see a therapist and talk about your problems. Go talk to somebody about the things that you're going through. Be a voice. Let someone be a ear for someone to tell you about their depression and their sadness and their anxiety and their trauma. We've been all conditioned to listen and to speak about the horrific things that we've gone through. But that's where the oppressor's leadership has stopped. They've never given us the next step, which is now here's how you heal. Now here's how you fix it. Now here's how you erase what happened to you in the past. And that's the conversation that a lot of our people are not prepared for. A lot of our people are not prepared for the conversation of, okay, I heard what happened to you. I've heard how it affected you. And I understand how horrible that was. But here's how you deal with it. Here's how you fix it. Our oppressor is quick to just give us a pill or give us some medicine, or you go to that therapist, that you sit on that couch, you talk for an hour, that hour's up. The therapist says, well, we've covered a lot of ground today. Come see me next week. But what solutions does the therapist give you? What answers do they give you? Sure, they hear about your trauma and the horrible childhood and the horrible parents you had and the neglect and the horrible situations you found yourself in. And then they say, well, that's good. They unpack you, but then don't give you the closure you need. Don't give you the answers to zip yourself up. And it's a lot of our people are walking around here broken and traumatized, and they've exposed the trauma and exposed what broke them, but there's no one to piece them back together. There's nobody to fix them. And here's the truth about healing from any kind of trauma or healing from any kind of sickness that you've been through. Someone who has been broken, in order for them to be healed or be put back together, you can't piece something that's broken. You've got to take those broken pieces and melt them down back to their original elements, and then you can reshape and reform what that thing once was. But a lot of you all don't want to let go of your trauma. You don't want to let go of the baggage. You want to be a sad story. You want someone to hear what you've been through so that can excuse your behavior going forward. And that's not how healing works. That's not how overcoming trauma works. Healing from something that has damaged you means you have got to get rid of the damage. You've got to, it's like anything. Use a million analogies and metaphors. You understand? But you can't, Humpty Dumpty Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Once Humpty fall off that wall, you can't put him back together. You can't put the egg back inside the yolk and fix it. You can't do that. You're going to have to just have a new egg hatched. You understand what I'm saying? You as a person have been broken by some traumatic experience in your life, some horrible thing that has happened. The only way to heal that trauma and heal the person who that has happened to is you have to become a new person. You have to start over. You have to forgive, and you have to deal with the emotions and deal with the ramifications of what has occurred. You have to deal with the reality and face, this is what happened to me. I was a victim, and it should have happened. Here's why it happened. Here's how it could have been avoided. Here's what should have happened. Here's who someone should have stepped in and said this. Someone should have stepped in and did that. Justice should have been served. But because it wasn't, this is how I coped. This is how I managed. And now that I'm at a point of realizing that the way I coped and the way I managed was inappropriate and it has not gotten me anywhere but further down the rabbit hole, let me start over. And you start over by first forgiving those who have harmed you. Second, by forgiving yourself for not knowing how to avoid being harmed and how to fix what happened to you. And third, by completely transforming your mind, becoming someone brand new. No longer doing the things you used to do, thinking the way you used to think. Those thoughts was the thoughts of a damaged person. Those behaviors was the behaviors of a damaged person. The things that I liked, the things that I enjoyed those things because they were attached to my trauma. They were attached to what it is that happened to me. And because I know that's unhealthy, because I know that's not something that I want for my life, now I'm going to change. And the new me thinks like this. The new me likes these things. The new me goes to this place and has these actions because I'm no longer going to dwell in who I used to be because of the effects of what happened to me. A lot of our people aren't ready for that conversation. Hell, some of y'all, half y'all done tuned out already. I done started going into it. You tuned out because nobody wants to really deal with the difficult part of handling, the solution. You know what I'm saying? The Walker Boss said they don't want solutions on Clubhouse. You're right, but guess what, though? The wall, we got to give it to them. You know what I'm saying? And the truth is a hard pill to swallow, and a lot of people don't want to swallow that pill, but guess what? You're going to have to get it regardless. You know what I'm saying? The truth only comes one way. Doesn't matter how you feel. Doesn't matter if you like it. Doesn't matter if you want it. The truth is the truth. And those of us who've dedicated our lives to speaking the truth, we're going to speak the truth, whether you listening or not. We'll speak the truth to the wind. I don't give a damn if I go live and there's 0 people watching or listening. I'm going to speak to the internet. You understand? This voice is just going to be transmuted and just float out there in the space of nothingness until somebody one day get a whiff of angry hour. What the hell is this? Then they're going to hear some wisdom getting dropped. And that's the type of mentality we got to have. You know what I'm saying? The things that we do, it's got to be for your conscious sake, for your spirit's sake. You know what I'm saying? This show that I do, this voice that I have is not just for me. I'm not doing this show for me. Like I told y'all, if I never get any views and nothing ever goes viral, nobody ever tunes in, no sweat. That's not what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it because there's a viewpoint concerning these things that are happening every day in our culture, in our society, that is not being spoken. And so I'm going to speak it. I'm going to speak and provide that perspective. And some people are going to be able to appreciate it. Some people are going to not be able to appreciate it. A lot of people may not even never get wind of it. But it's going to be out there. And that's why I do it. Because I know for a fact that I'm not the only one that thinks this way and sees things this way. But there's no one on the internet saying it. So if I got to be the one to say it, then I'll be the one to say it. And when people come around to hearing it and they accept it and they acknowledge it and they appreciate it, then I'll know that that's the reason it was for. You know what I'm saying? Moving on from that, Brett Favre is a disgusting, dirty bastard, stealing money from poor people in Mississippi. The Mississippi government is as racist and cruel towards black people as it always has been. And we should realize and acknowledge that there is no peace, there is no love, there is no salvation, there is no benefit that comes from trusting in your oppressor. So what do we have to do? We have to trust one another. We have to lean on one another. The poor people of Jackson, Mississippi should have never been waiting for the government to come fix those pipes. They should have never been waiting for the state to give them funds to take care of their infrastructure. That's something that the people who are the leadership in Mississippi, the civilian leadership in Mississippi and Jackson should have gotten together with the people of Jackson and said, listen, y'all, we got to fix these pipes or else our water not going to be running in 2 years. We need everybody to do this, or we need workers to come do that. Where's some of you convicts? You brothers been locked up. You can't get a job. You think your life, your duty in life is to hustle and get money. Come over here and work on these pipes. Let's fix these pipes so your grandmother have water running in 2 years. But because nobody even spoke that up, you think that black men wouldn't get off the block to come work in the plumbing system to make sure that they had running water in 2 years if you told them? If somebody would have just spoken and said, hey, we need black men to come volunteer, come fix these pipes so that we have running water in 2 years, man, they would have came and helped out. They'd have left the block for a few hours a day and came and helped out and did the work that was necessary. Now, they only would do that if wasn't no devil getting rich off of them working for free. I'm not talking about somebody working for free while somebody else gets rich, but I'm talking about us taking care of each other, looking out for each other. A mutually beneficial relationship. If we got to be the ones to establish the plumbing in this city for us to have running water, because won't no devils do it for us, guess what? We would band together and we would get out there and we would make sure that plumbing was working. And here's what the devil will do. The devil will try to get in the way and stop you. Wouldn't pull no permits. Wouldn't let you go do no work. Police come. What are y'all doing down in this ditch, boy? Or we working on the plumbing officer to make sure that we got some running water in 2 years because the state governor won't give us no funds. Then they'll try to come down on us. But guess what? Then we could bring national attention to the police trying to stop us from redoing the pipes in this community for free on our own accord because the government wouldn't give us no funds. Now the whole earth can see. You mean to tell me black men came together to fix the pipes because of their rotting and being old and they're being laid in the water? They came together to fix the pipes so that in 2 years they would be running water, and the governor didn't send any money, and now the police are stopping them. Now we can have a protest about the injustice. Now we can have a protest about the system being against us. Now we can have a protest about the systematic racism. But that's too hard for y'all hear that and say, man, you want to go to black people on niggas on the block hustling and tell them to come work on some pipes? Man, you crazy. No, you crazy because that's how little you think of black people. That's how little you think of those brothers out there hustling, man. A lot of these cats that's caught up in these streets, they caught up because they feel like they don't have another option. They don't have another choice. You know what I'm saying? Working at McDonald's is not a fulfilling life for anybody. You understand? Cats don't work at McDonald's because McDonald's pays. Okay. They don't work at McDonald's because of the good pay. A lot of times we work a job because we got to do what we got to do to take care of our families. A lot of them cats is out there hustling. They doing what they got to do to take care of their families and they mind. What if you told them that in order to take care of your family, we got to make sure that there's running water in 2 years. We got to get out here in these ditches and work in these fields and do this plumbing. Cats would come out there and work in the fields and do the plumbing. But you don't even give them the opportunity because those who should be the leaders in our community that have the voice to know what's going on don't even tell the people what's happening. They wait till it's too late, then they say, oh, yeah, we waited on money for the governor. Damn the governor, damn that money. Let us be responsible for fixing the problems that exist in our communities, man. But you take that away from us. You take that option away from us when you let a devil like Brett Favre steal $5 million from the welfare fund and then tell black people that ain't no money. Damn these devils, damn Brett Favre, man. And black people, we should not let this story die. We should not let this story go without being spread and broadcast and retweeted all over the goddamn internet. Brett Favre stole $5 million from poor people in Mississippi, and it needs to be heard. He need to go to jail. He need to be brought up on charges. He need to face the judge. You understand? For his crimes and his cruelties, and maybe he can redeem himself to society by serving time in prison. You understand? Like Michael Vick did. Oh, I don't want to hear nothing about you devils complaining about us being angry about the injustice that's in this place. Now, next thing I want to talk about, found this on, this is a story that broke yesterday on the internet. And there's a lot of different layers to this story too, because this is not even something that anybody should have known about outside of the people that's directly involved, right? But because of the, because of the, I don't want to say the inconsistencies, but because of the obvious, because of the clear and apparent, what's the word I'm looking for, man? Our oppressor is very quick to point out, they're very quickly to out us anytime there's a scandal or there's a potential, potential for shame that arises in any situation, right? And yesterday, news broke that the Boston Celtics coach, Ime Udoka, who's pictured here, was going to be suspended from the team for potentially going to be suspended from the team for violating the team's personal conduct policy, right? Not only did it come out that he violated the personal conduct policy, but it came out that the particular violation that he had was that he had an affair with a female staff member within the organization. Now, I learned this yesterday. In the NBA, there are rules pertaining to having an affair. Per the NBA, certain organizational rules within the NBA, or certain organizations have these rules and these stipulations in their contracts. If you work for the organization, you can have an inter-office relationship, meaning you can date someone within the organization. There's no problem with you dating someone within that you work with. But if you are married or if you have a relationship outside of the organization, then you cannot have an affair with someone in the organization. And that's what's written in the personal conduct policy of the Boston Celtics. If you have a relationship, you cannot cheat on your significant other with someone within the organization. And that violating that rule is what got Ime Udoka suspended for a year from being the coach of the Boston Celtics. The NBA doesn't have a problem with cheating. The NBA doesn't have a problem with affairs. But if your affair affects the workplace, then we got to fine you. We got to suspend you. We cannot have your baby mama drama popping up in the workplace, right? And it's funny, but it's not funny, right? Because I just imagine how many situations came up before the NBA said, man, fuck that. We got to put this in the rules, bro. Like how many coaches and personal trainers and assistant coaches was having sex with cheerleaders and having sex with medical doctor women and having sex with the towel girl, and their wife find out and come to practice one day and want to fight and beat the bitch up. And how many situations arose before the NFL just said, fuck it, man. Y'all can't cheat with bitches at work no more. If you want to get you some side, or you want to have you another, you want to have you another woman, man, you got to go get one of these bras on the road, one of these bras at one of these hotels, or, some broad you meet in the club, but she can't be somebody you work with. It's been so rampant in the NBA community that they just came up with rules that said, listen, man, if you're going to do your dirt, you got to do your dirt outside of the organization. Well, Ime Udoka failed in that regard. He had an affair or was dealing with a woman that works for the organization. That Tamara McIntyre chimed in, that's crazy, wasn't he with Nia Long? Yes. Ime Udoka is currently with, now here's why I wanted to talk about it. Not only did Ime Udoka had an affair with a woman that worked with him. And it came out, right? Ime Udoka is engaged to Nia Long. Nia Long from Friday. What other movies Nia Long been in? I just remember Nia Long from Friday. What else Nia Long played in? Y'all help me out. But he got fine ass Nia Long. He been with her for 17 years. Ooh wee. They've been in a relationship for 17 years. I believe they've been engaged for maybe 4 or 5, right? He engaged Nia Long some time ago. Let me see if I can find out how long they've been engaged. They've been engaged for some time though. But here's the thing. The thing is, Nia Long had so they've been together since 2010. So been together about 12 years, and they got engaged in 2015. You know what I'm saying? So they got engaged 5 years ago. They was together for 5 years, then they got engaged 5 years ago, right? The first thing I saw when this story broke was everybody talking about Nia Long. And my thing is, why do we as black people do that? What the hell did Ime Udoka having a woman at work have to do with Nia Long? A, she knows by now, because obviously it came out, right? So that's one thing. She knows. If Nia Long wanted to comment or wanted to have something to say, she could have said something. If this was going to end their relationship or cause them to split up, she could have said something. But the fact that you didn't know nothing about it until the news said something about it should let you know that Nia Long doesn't need your input, doesn't need you to come to her defense or give your opinion on what she's supposed to do. You don't know these people's lives. You don't know these people's relationships. You don't know Ime Udoka. You don't know Nia Long. Now, I would like to think that Nia Long been with this man for 11, 12 years. She knows her husband, she know her husband. She know Ime, if he got a little something at work, he got a little something at work. Maybe they talk about it. Maybe it's out in the open. Maybe it ain't something that he's hiding. Maybe it is something he's hiding. Maybe he's cheating, low down, dirty bastard, and she just found out. Why do we as black people feel like we got to go to the internet to drag her and to drag him because of their personal private business being made public? Here's why I say this. Now, Tamara, I see you. She said, man, 12 years to get engaged. He ain't trying to marry her. You don't know that? How you going to say he ain't trying to marry her? They was together 5 years before they got engaged. You know what I'm saying? 7 years we engaged. There's a lot that comes with marriage. Maybe he was trying to get his bag up. Maybe he trying to run his money up so that when they get married, they both coming into the relationship equal. Maybe he trying to get his money up because he don't want to run his money up after he marry her and then she be looked at as responsible for why he got the money. There's a whole lot that goes into a marriage. A marriage is a business contract. We now interconnected financially. If Ime Udoka would have married her 5 years ago when he was just a personal trainer, then that means that in the marriage for the past 7 years, she would have been looked at as responsible for his rise from being a personal trainer to being an assistant coach to being a ball boy to being the shooter's coach to the defensive coach. He's now the main coach. His pay has gone up, 3,500% in the past 7 years. He's supposed to put himself at liable for Nia Long to get half of that money just because what? He didn't get this job because of Nia Long. He didn't become the coach of the Boston Celtics because of Nia Long. He got that on his own accord, his own hard work. And he's protecting himself by not marrying her because once you marry her, anything that you do, any way that you increase financially, she's entitled to half of that. She insults now. Tamara say he too busy hopping around to get married. How do you know? How do you know Nia Long don't know? That's what I mean. Okay, we as black people got to stop that. Let people business be their business. Let this man handle his business accordingly. He got Nia Long. They've been engaged. They've been together for 12 years. He had something on the side, had a woman he was dealing with in the organization. Now it's come out and it's embarrassing and it's shameful. That's enough. Why we got to pile on? Why we got to now shame Nia Long and add to her shame by saying, see, girl, I seen a whole lot of foul shit on the internet. That's what Nia Long get. That's what you get going and getting this and getting that. Like, man, that shit lame, bro. If anything, we supposed to be encouraging Nia Long to stand by his side. As a black man, I know how it is out here, man. You got you a woman and you love her and she down with you, man. She gonna be there forever, and that's a beautiful thing. You meet another woman, man, and you like her too, and she beautiful too, and you want to get to know her, and you start to talk to her and find out that she got some wonderful qualities about her. Damn, now you thinking, I want to explore what I can have with this woman. But does that mean I'm going to get rid of my woman at home? Hell no, I'm not getting rid of my woman at home because she is amazing and she's lovely. I'm going to keep my woman at home and I'm going to explore what I can have with this woman. Now I got 2 women. Now I got to be the man for 2 women. And if I sit there, if I handle it the right way, if I deal with them righteously and honorably, I might be able to keep both of these good women. Why I got to throw one away? I don't want to throw one away. I'm going to keep both of them. Now, they both might know about it. I might have to sit one of them down or sit the other one down. We all know what the situation is. We all separate. I'm dealing with you over here, dealing with her over there. We separate. We got our relationships. We happy. One day I'm out with this one and I just recently started dealing with, and I bump into the one I've been with forever. I bump into her sister out in public. And I see her and say, hey, Crystal, how you doing? Hey, what's going on, Chief? Hey, this is Rochelle. Rochelle, this is Crystal. Crystal, this is Rochelle. And then she, okay, hi, nice to meet you. Now, I know as soon as we leave, Crystal going to call my woman and say, girl, I just seen your man hugged up with some bitch in the mall. But Crystal don't know that she already know about that. That's between me and her. None of your goddamn business. But Crystal going to call her anyway. Now, I'm going to have to deal later on with her because now Crystal know. And I'm going to have to tell her the words to say and help her work through her feelings of being embarrassed and being feeling like she ashamed and, oh my God, people gonna know my business. I gotta talk to her and handle that. Now, that should be my right as a man to be able to work that out with my woman. That's gonna be my responsibility to have to deal with that and squash that. What I don't need is the whole goddamn black community on the internet talking about the shit. It's gonna enrage this woman beyond the point of her being able to understand that it ain't that bad. I'm sorry, baby. Make it up to you. I fucked up, man. It's supposed to be private. It was supposed to have been, nobody's supposed to know about it. I'm sorry it got out. I fucked up. But y'all niggas on the internet dragging Nia Long and every other post. That's what you get, bitch. You should have chose better. That's what you get having this African man. That's what you get doing this and doing that. You gonna make her leave the nigga. And why should she leave him? Why should Nia Long, after 12 years of her life being in a happy, healthy relationship with a man who's growing in his career, why should she leave Ime Udoka? Because he had some personal trainer broad. He was blowing her back out at work. Nia Long should not leave that man for that. Leave him for another man who gonna go do the same thing. That's crazy. And there's nothing wrong with Ime Udoka exercise. Listen, if he lied to Nia Long, if he was deceiving her, that's one thing. But y'all don't know these people's life. She could have well known he had a woman he was dealing with at work. And she could have been just fine and all right with it. And Ime Udoka could have been handling his business like a man's supposed to. Could have been, you know what I'm saying, having both of them happy and satisfied and keeping them in line. This could have been somebody hating on him in the organization. Now his business out there in the streets. We as the black community should not laugh and triumph. Listen, you know how many black women I seen on the internet yesterday saying, see, these niggas ain't shit. You can't trust these niggas. These niggas, they always gonna cheat. Nia Long so fine. She so pretty. She couldn't even keep a man. Like, damn. Y'all bitches evil. Y'all niggas evil, man. Y'all gotta stop minding other people's business. Nia Long didn't do nothing wrong for Ime Udoka to have another woman. She's beautiful. She's fine. I'm sure she's a good woman at home. That is not why he got another woman. Black men do not go and get another woman because you failed in some regard, black woman. You could be the perfect woman, and I'm going to love you, and it's going to be beautiful. You have nothing to do with why I chose this other woman. It has nothing to do with you. Me and you, we solid. Our relationship is straight. I love everything we got. Period. I also like what I got over here with her. And so I like it over here. I love it. I love it here. I like it over there. I can't love it here and like it over there. Who's going to limit me between what I like and what I love? Where is it written that I got to be limited to just loving one thing and I can't love and like it? It's not written nowhere. It's up to me as a man to decide, can I handle loving what I got over here and liking what's over there? And you women have to understand that if you have a man and you love it here, let him like whatever the fuck you want to like. That ain't none of your business, as long as he's responsible about it, as long as he a man about it. But for every time somebody's situation get exposed, y'all want to point fingers and laugh and clown. That shit is not productive at all. We got to stop doing that as black people. Stop beating each other up. Stop being quick to want to point the finger and laugh. That shit is immature. And we only do it on the internet. Tamara said, is it okay for Nia to like and love? Nia don't want to like and love. Nia just want to love what she got. Nia got a man who started out as a personal trainer when she got with him. 12 years later, he's the coach of one of 32 teams in the NBA. What more she want? What more she need? She don't need more. She don't want more. She happy. And she should stay happy. Let him have what he like too. That's his right as a man. He can do that. So no, she can't like and love because she doesn't want to. The majority of women, healthy women, women who are clear-minded, women who can maintain a relationship, they don't want to entertain other men. Healthy women, clear-minded women, women who are emotionally stable, they want one man to be the center of everything. And their life is based off of what they do with their life, and their sexuality and everything is based off of the movements of that one man. As men, we can have something wonderful with you. And because we are able to compartmentalize, we can have something completely separate and outside of what we have with you with another woman, and neither one of them cross any paths. You understand? And it's completely healthy. The problem is a lot of men have been conditioned to lie and have been conditioned to cheat and have been conditioned to never let any woman know who they really are. But as real men, we not going for that no more. We starting to be able to tell y'all women to your face, I love you. And what we have is amazing. I'm also going to explore what I have over here, whether you like it or not. I'm just going to tell you because I'd rather tell you than for you to find out some other way. Now, if that means you want to leave, that means you don't want to be with me, that's your decision to make. But I'm still going to go do what I want to do over here anyway. And I found that a lot of women appreciate that. They'll handle that. They'll accept that, and they'll stay with you and be with you, and they'll never want another man. Just as long as you protect what it is that they need protected. Which really is, it's about their integrity and their honor. And their, you can't just be out here having sex with whores and sluts and prostitutes and strippers and think you're going to have some lady at home just la, 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 la. That's not how that happened. Ime Udoka didn't go out and get no stripper. He didn't get no prostitute. He didn't get no whore. He dealing with some chick he got a relationship with at work. He every day around this woman. And sometimes in those situations, attractions occur and you down with him, get to know him really well. He may have had a good relationship with this other woman he was dealing with in that Boston organization. Hell, who knows? But for black people to just immediately, as soon as the story come out, you clowning Nia Long, you clowning him, again, black women talking about that's what Nia Long can't even keep no man. She pretty, she fine. He cheated on her anyway. Him cheating ain't got nothing. That don't mean he don't love Nia Long. That don't mean she not a good woman. That don't mean he don't love her because he chose to be with another woman too. He's just a man exercising his right as a man. And Nia Long should not feel bad about it at all. She may be a little embarrassed, but she should stand by Ime Udoka and say, this is my man. We've been together for 12 years. I watched him go from being a personal trainer to now being a coach of the Boston Celtics. I'm proud of him. And whatever business he got going on, that's his business. But that's my man, and I'm going to stick by him. And we should support that. Why would any black man want to laugh at her for her nigga getting caught that he got? That shit's crazy to me, bro. That shit's crazy. Y'all should be like, man, Nia Long, hang in there. Hang in there, sis. Stand by that black man. He suspended for a year, sis. Y'all take a vacation, man. Take a trip, mend your relationship. Or Nia Long, you know what I'm saying? Just be patient, sis. Maybe you should meet the other woman. Or who knows what the case may be. But y'all should mind your goddamn business, man. Because, again, only time I see people's relationship business aired out on social media is when it comes to black people. Jeff Bezos, one of the richest men on the planet, recently got divorced to his wife, and it found out that Jeff Bezos was cheating. I didn't see nobody dragging Jeff Bezos or his wife or the woman he cheated with on the internet. Our oppressors don't do that shit. Bill Gates, one of the most richest men on the planet. Bill Gates got a divorce. It came out that Bill Gates had his other woman. She was living in the guest house of the house him and his wife shared. So Bill Gates, in essence, had two women living in one house. One big house where he's with his main house, he with his wife. Then the little side house, he with his what's her name? He with his other woman. And they worked it out. When he got divorced to his wife, he was like, all right, baby, take the half. Do your thing. But I didn't see them, Bill Gates is a chauvinist and a misogynist, and he wants his cake and eats it too. And look, Bill Gates' woman couldn't even keep him happy. You don't see that goofy shit. Tamara, who got drugged by the white folks? Because I don't remember hearing nobody dragging Jeff Bezos or dragging Bill Gates. What I did hear was, see, you can't satisfy no woman. Look, Bill Gates got all the money in the world. This bitch left him. Jeff Bezos got, he all the money on the earth. He going to outer space and shit. His woman left him. Money don't keep no woman. But you don't see it. Man, they was not dragging them folks out. Listen, they wasn't dragging Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos on ESPN or CNBC, MSNBC. They wasn't dragging them folks on Twitter. They wasn't making memes. I never seen a meme of Bill Gates. I don't even know what Bill Gates' bitch looked like. I don't know what Bill Gates' bitch looked like. I don't know what Jeff Bezos' bitch looked like. Why? Because don't nobody mind their business. Everybody should not mind Ime Udoka business neither. Let Ime Udoka do what he gonna do. Handle his business like a man. But nobody should be making fun of Nia Long and poking fun at her or making fun of the side chick. Listen, they don't even know who the side chick is. They just started posting bitches' pictures. That's just sad. They just started posting women's pictures from the goddamn Boston the Boston Celtics organization. They was like, this bitch is the vice president of basketball operations. Don't nobody even know if she was the one he was cheating with. That's crazy. Tamara said regular women, they were not attractive at all. Whether they attractive or not, what does it matter? Tamara, that's they bitch, man. I don't care what the nigga bitch look like. If that's his bitch, that's his bitch. Bill Gates' bitch is Bill Gates' bitch. I don't care what she look like. But them bitches left. They 1.5. Jeff Bezos' bitch left 1.5. Not all women are bitches, Tamara, but bitches that get divorced is bitches. That's why. They bitches. You want to divorce me, bitch, you buy, bitch. You's a bitch. There ain't no reason for you to want to divorce unless you's a bitch. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? I know my language a little strong. I don't mean no disrespect, but some bitches is bitches, man. Some hoes is hoes. We got to be able to speak plainly. Hell, some niggas ain't shit niggas. Some niggas is ain't shit. So I say I ain't shit, nigga ain't shit, but I can't say a bitch is a bitch. Come on, Tamara. Don't do me like that, baby. Don't tell me you gonna leave because my language is a little bit too real. Some bitches got to be bitches out here. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Bezos, what reason would Jeff Bezos' bitch have to leave him besides she's a bitch? I'm Jeff Bezos, ho. I run Amazon. Started out as a book club, bitch. I started selling books on the internet. Now I sell everything. I got factories and warehouses and slave plantations all across the earth. Bitch, you gonna leave me? Why? Because I went and got my little funky penis sucked by somebody? Why would you leave me? I'm Jeff Bezos. You're a hoe. You're a bitch. I'm Bill Gates, ho. I built the computers, motherfucker. I built all the internet. www, bitch. That's my shit. Why you leaving me? Because of what? Because I got some model cutty at the event? Bitch, you's a bitch. Why you leaving? All right, bitch, leave then. You divorced them. You divorced me, you was a bitch. If Nia Long leave Ime Udoka, she's a bitch. Nia Long should have hung in there, should have stood by her man's side. He ain't did nothing outside of what most men do. Goddamn, you been with me since I was a personal trainer. Now I'm the coach of the Celtics. Hang in there with me a little bit longer, baby. We gonna get through this. Ain't like I wouldn't had a baby or no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just, man, goddamn, we been stretching all day, every day. I mean, you know what I'm saying? One of the stretches slipped in. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Tamara tripping out. You know what I mean, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? I'm Bill Gates, but I built the internet. WWW, man, that's my shit. I made that shit. The little windows when the computer come on and that little shit in the bottom left corner of your screen, them little blue four squares. I did that, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? Love me and honor me, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what I do. You're going to be with me. But goddamn, black people, we gotta stop this, man. Let them folks' relationship be their relationship. Let their mistakes be their mistakes, but don't be so quick to want to clown somebody behind what they got going on when your shit is full of hoes. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't want nobody judging you and your woman and telling your woman, leave him, girl. He ain't shit. You done did. You so fine. You can go do bad all by yourself. Nia Long, the next nigga gonna be 1,000 times worse than Ime Udoka. You understand? Nia Long could leave Ime if she want to. She gonna find a whole bunch of young niggas that's doing nothing but slinging pipe and not calling them all. That's all she gonna find. You know how many niggas want to hit Nia Long just to say they hit Nia Long? He loved her and was in a relationship. She was was with him building from the ground up. So you hung in there 12 years not knowing if he had other women. Then you find out he got one because he the coach and you gonna leave now? You stupid. You better hang in there, Nia. You better hold on for dear life. You better love Ime, and Ime, you better make it up to her. You know what I'm saying? But Nia, don't think he gonna stop. He Ime. He the Udoka player, man. He a player, man, from the Himalayas. He the pimp that flew the Goodyear blimp. You think he gonna stop having me? I'm the coach of the Boston Celtics, man. You see me, how I'm on TV. In between the quarters of the NBA Finals, I'm the nigga they talking to. I'm the one saying, yeah, well, you know, we're gonna run the plays and bounce the balls and play some defense. That's me, bitch. You gonna leave me? Fuck wrong with you? Better sit your ass down. Nia don't need no August Alsina. Tamara, stop it. You see, y'all women, y'all be encouraging the wrong shit. She don't need no August Alsina. Some young soft ass nigga gonna fall in love and go cry on this damn Angie Martinez show. Or Angela Yee show to me, yeah, you know, you don't want no soft ass nigga like that. Ime ain't crying. Ime like, listen, baby, you know what it is. You need a strong man. Need no goddamn August Alsina. That be the problem with you old women. Tamara, I'm gonna go look at your profile. You probably one of them old cougar bras. You need to stop that. You're not in no damn August Alsina. Leave them young boys alone, man. Y'all old women out here breaking these young boys' hearts, man. Turning them out and had them all in their feelings. Every relationship August Alsina gonna have going forward, he gonna hate them bras because they not gonna be able to be Jada Pinkett. Jada Pinkett did all kind of grown woman shit to that man. You need to get you a player like Ime Udoka and love that man, knowing he a player, and just mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though. It is what it is. I'm trying to go back and read some of these comments. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, Tamara, you make sure you like and share, man. Let everybody know, man. Angry Black Man Media, we go live once an hour. Go live for an hour every day to talk about what it is that's going on among our people, man. Talk about the injustices that we suffer and talk about the things that need to be discussed. And we got to, as a people, man, we got to talk about my bad, man. Everybody gonna see the comments, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't putting your business out there. I don't know your personal business. I'm just saying. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go check it out for myself. I got an idea of what's going on with some of these opinions you got. But I ain't putting you out there. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? We all grown. You know what I'm saying? But black people, we gotta stop demonizing one another, man, and coming down on each other's, you know what I'm saying, being so quick to pounce on one another's unfortunate situations. You know what I'm saying? It's an unfortunate situation and circumstance that Ime business got out there. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate that all his business is out in the streets. And we should be more mindful of just paying some respect, man. Have some respect for somebody's privacy, man. It's bad enough the man business is out there. It's bad enough everybody know he got suspended for a season. It's another part I want to talk about. Why he gets suspended for a season? I mean, all of the fornicating and I guess I understand because he did it in-house. Like I said, started the story. The NBA has rules now where you can have office relationships, meaning you can date someone that's in the office. There's no problem with that. But if you have a relationship outside of the organization, you cannot have an affair with someone at work. And so Ime Udoka broke the one rule about fornicating that exists in the NBA, which is you don't do your dirt at work. Because God forbid Nia Long would have found out some other way, and they in practice, and she come into practice and punch the trainer broad in the mouth, or catch the trainer broad in the parking lot and smack her up outside the bins. You know what I'm saying? Now there's a whole news report on Nia Long, famous actress Nia Long from the movie Friday, was found assaulting personnel, the vice president of personnel for the Boston Celtics, in a fit of rage. You know, TMZ has the story now, and here's the details. And some devil come on the screen. Well, apparently, Ime Udoka, the coach of the Boston Celtics, was having an affair with the personal, VP of personnel for the Boston Celtics. Nia found out about it and called her homies, and they came and rolled on the bitch. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that to be the news report. So the NBA put it in the personal conduct policy that this is a no-go. Ime broke the one rule, so now he being made an example out of. But I just want to know if it wasn't Ime, what if it was another coach? What if it was, how do you know none of the white? What if it was Greg Popovich? Would they have suspended Greg Popovich for a year? Hell no. What if it was, what's the white basketball coaches now? It's tough. I can't think of nothing but black coaches in the NBA. Ime Udoka, Tyronn Lue, Steve Kerr. What if it was Steve Kerr? Steve Kerr was getting some of that Bay Area, you know what I'm saying? Some of that Bay Area cutty. And they found out they have suspended Steve Kerr for a year. Have goddamn Steph Curry and them like, yeah, well, Steve Kerr a player, man. You know what I'm saying? It's our coach, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard without him for a year. They wouldn't have did Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson retired, girl. You just like me. I'm thinking about all old people. I was thinking Jerry Sloan, motherfucking Van Gundy. All the motherfuckers retired. There's a bunch of new motherfuckers out there now. Phil Jackson ain't coaching no more. I'm thinking about current coaches. Who else? What other white coach I know? Steve Kerr. Greg Popovich. I'm thinking about all niggas. I know Ime Udoka, Mike Brown is the coach of Sacramento Kings. I know Tyronn Lue is the coach of who Tyronn Lue the coach of? Damn. I know who the coach of Philly? Doc Rivers the coach of Philly. Tyronn Lue coaching. Who the coach of the Lakers? I can't even think of none of these cats' names no more. That's how you know I'm getting old. I don't even know the coaches. You know what I'm saying? But if it was another coach of another ethnicity, I wonder if they would have let his business slip out there. See, but you know what though? Them other coaches, them Caucasian coaches, they go straight to the strip club. They don't even bother with none of them. They don't even bother with none of the broads at work. They don't bother with none of them trainer girls. They look right at the trainer girl, be like, They go right to the prostitute house. They got hoes on. They regulars. Them coaches be regulars at them brothels. They go straight to the whole house and say, yeah, send Cheryl back here. Or send Ruby, send Candy. You go in there, Candy, Phil Jackson's here for you in the back. Oh, Phil's here. She knows extra money. She go running back there. Ime Udoka messed around and had to pick one that was at the training staff. He just couldn't let what's that goddamn saying? Couldn't let live alone or let alone live, whatever the hell. Ime just messy, man. Ime don't know. He got to learn how to be a coach in the NBA. Real coaches go by whores. That shit's disgusting. Ime trying to do the honorable thing. He trying to get a woman that's, there working hard and shit, helping her career. He trying to hold it down. Everybody gonna be in his ear and say, Ime, you should have went and got the hose. Don't you know in Boston we got the brothel right down on St. Patrick Street? What the hell's the matter with you, man? You having sex with the damn stretching girl. Leave her alone. He got caught up, man. It's jammed up. It's a mess. You know what I'm saying? But we need to, as black people, when these stories come out, we can't be so quick to want to, fall on them. Like I said, so much ridicule for Nia Long because this the man she chose. Let that woman, in this time, we as men should be supporting her to stand by her man. You know what I'm saying? She chose that man. That's her man. She should stand by him because I know if my dirt got put out there, if my situations came out in the streets, I would want for everybody to tell my woman to support me. encourage my woman, girl, I know you might feel bad, but guess what, girl? Ain't nobody even going to remember this in 2 days. You know, the news cycle move fast, girl. You got to get over that. Don't worry about it. You know, Chief Sock G going to hold you down, girl. You got to love that black man. I wouldn't want to turn on the internet and everybody, bitch, this is what you get for choosing that nigga. You should have got with another nigga. You should have got with a realer nigga, knowing damn well that realer nigga was going to do the same goddamn thing. Just because you Nia Long don't mean, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing else out here. Yeah, you Nia Long. You my Nia Long. And I got me a Cheryl Fine over there too. I had both of y'all. That's what we should be encouraging and supporting. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, Paul Green, without saying it. See, it's more than one way to skin a cat. I ain't going to come at them like that, Paul Green, because they ain't ready to have that conversation. I'm just going to say, listen, man, let that man handle his business, man. Let him take care of do what he doing. You mind your business, goddammit. Now, Ime Udoka's business out there in the streets. But what's between him and Nia, what's between him and the other girls, between him and the other girl, everybody really should mind their goddamn business. But Udoka got some amends. He got to make some amends with Nia, but so what? Let him make his amends and do what he do and hold it down, man. With that, the Angry Hour is up, man. I appreciate y'all for riding with me, man. Angry Black Man Media at gmail.com. Angry Black Man Media on Facebook, man. Y'all tap in with me, man. Send me some of them stories, man. Some of them things that y'all see going on that need to be addressed. Every day, 60 minutes a day, we going live. I got the Zoom link for y'all to be able to tap in with me as well. See y'all tomorrow, man. Probably about 1 in the afternoon. I'm going to come on here early with y'all and we'll go live, you know what I'm saying, talk about some more about what's going on. But this is the channel where we address the oppression that our people are suffering. We talk about all of the current events and the major topics, you know what I'm saying, that need to be addressed so that we can wake up out of sleep and become the people that we supposed to be. And so if you appreciate that, like, share, subscribe, tap in. It's your main man, Chief Sock G. Salute to the Angry Black Man Media Squad. I will holler at y'all. And we out.